We're here. It's a very important moment. We have our audience. We are about to open
Christopher Schneeberger's box. Came from Chicago, Illinois.
for Fantasmagoria.
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 Would you be singing for this audience?
No. Yes, actually. I would. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting.
Super
What's
excited.
coming in for the show?
Yes, so this arrived a few days ago. I've been waiting to open it. I wanted to wait till we got to the gallery. We've got an interesting accordion style packing.
Oh,
Chris
fancy.
runs a gallery, so he's an expert packer. Look at, actually, this is a good example of how you should pack things. Notice he's got a box nested inside all of this styrofoam
Yes.
to cushion it.
That's a great idea. You want me to hold it down?
Actually,
Oh.
I'll just cut it here so I don't get styrofoam everywhere. And
That's a great idea. You're so smart. So smart. Yes. So when shipping your artwork, this is an excellent way, the correct way, one of the correct ways to pack.
ooh,
Don't be drunk.
Oh.
and then more styrofoam, and I've got a letter. So
Aw.
I'll be interested to see what this says.
Oh.
Maybe it's just directions.
Which you should include if you have a specific way to hang your artwork.
So this, yes, has info about, including this box is a wooden stereoscope, wooden base, candlestick style holder, 4 stereo cards, 2 Viewmaster viewers, and 10 sets of Glimmer Viewmaster reels. If you can, please save all materials for reuse for return shipping. Without being highly specific about packing, here are instructions. The scope and base should be bubble wrapped with some packing film, with some packing material filling the inside of the eye shade. It's
Yeah.
very delicate. Place the scope, base, Viewmaster viewers, and Viewmaster sets inside the inner box and pour popcorn to fill around the items, meaning popcorn styrofoam.
Yeah.
Seal.
Which is the way that he packed it.
Seal inner box, pour a couple inches of popcorn into the larger outer box, place inner box inside the outer box, fill around sides and top with popcorn, seal outer box. And then we've got prices listed for the various pieces. The handmade stereoscope might be a little bit out of most people's price range, but the Viewmaster viewers and reel sets are very affordable.
Very affordable for all you artists out there. Who
You
geek
art
out.
collectors.
Yes.
So, bubble wrap. More film. Okay. Got a package in there.
What do you think so far, Dan?
Steve looks like he's opening a Christmas present.
I
I know, it kind of feels like, I mean, it is December 1st. People are gearing up for the
This
holiday
is like
season.
Advent. Okay, this is a little.
Yep, all more packing. Yeah.
There's a piece in there. I think what I am holding, I bet, is this is.
Oh,
We'll also be using. I have like a period one that I'm going to bring in. So like a, 19th century one. Should fit the cards as well. So there'll be multiple ones for people to handle. Ooh, I think there's something else down here.
What is this stereoscope, Stephen?
It is a 3D viewer for looking at stereo cards, which were like a early form of 3D photography. 3D photography actually existed in the 19th century and was very popular for a period of time. People would, instead of watching TV, they'd hang out and look at the outside world, and presented in 3D format. Can't tell if this is bubble wrap, just rubber wrap bottom, or if it's more packing, or if it's an extra
I bet
piece.
it's more foam. Chris seems very thorough in his pack job.
Yeah, I think that's everything. I think that was just more bubble wrap at the bottom.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what this show is? What is Fantasmagoria?
Well, this show draws its name, Phantasmagoria, from 19th century magic lantern presentations, which was, again, an early form of projection and sort of like entertainment, like theater sort of, but like they'd make, they could be photographs or like hand-painted slides that would be projected onto a screen, or smoke at times, and either like presenting a narrative or just, kind of putting on a show of sorts.
Yeah.
So one of the pieces we're also going to have in the show is a screen, vapor projection screen by Eric Nass.
Which we have all the
we have-
fixins for
Yeah,
over here.
this is over here. It's not all the fixins.
Some of
Eric's
the
on his way
fixins.
with another load, but that'll be in. So all the work in this show will be kind of riffing on early photographic technology, or pre-cinema, so pre-movie sort of technology, 3D photography, projections, zoetropes, which are like a predecessor to the GIF, or to just movies in general, and presenting a series of images in a quick succession, so they appear as animated, which is basically what happens,
Yeah.
in a movie. It's a series of still images that are played quickly and fool the eye into creating this illusion of movement. So,
Do you have a question? The first meme.
yes. So I'm going to open some stuff up. What do you say?
Yes.
So I'm going to very carefully cut this open. I don't see the end of the tape.
Oh. Don't do anything wrong, Stephen. You're on film. On film. Wait, no, you're on digital.
I'm on digital.
You're on digital.
Okay, this, I can tell what this is right away. I actually own one of these. This is sets, these are Viewmaster sets from Project Glimmer. These are the ones that are the very affordable series of work from Chris. So they're Viewmaster cards. It's 3 reels come in a set, and you can put them in a Viewmaster just like you would when you were a kid. And see here, yeah,
I'm
holding
looking
the,
at some of the images. We can kind of see.
if I put the white behind it, it kind of helps.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. These are exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, how great.
So this stuff obviously is in color. Some of the stuff that's presented in the more archaic 3D viewer will be black and white, which is kind of more fitting for that period of time. But this is.
That's exciting.
Let's see, how's this going?
What do you think, Dan?
Would you like to buy a set of Viewmaster?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Well, you'll be able to see some of the stuff at least up, right? If
Yeah.
you decide to come by.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Might not get to see the smoke projections, but
Ah, yeah,
you didn't
maybe.
say you were actually going to project on smoke. You said that was something weird.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a vapor screen.
Yeah.
Carefully cutting open another
Carefully cut.
piece. Oh God.
Carefully cut. Don't mess up, Stephen.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at this.
That's the one thing that's challenging, is like the clear tape on bubble wrap. I'm a fan of using blue tape.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier to see and reuse.
Yeah, for sure.
Clear is a little
Yeah, the
challenging. Not to
packing
critique
tape.
this awesome pack job.
Right?
Actually,
Yeah.
this is an exceptionally good pack job.
It's exciting. Opening.
What's that?
Do you know what you're unwrapping right now?
This might be the viewers for the cards. Once I opened the cards, I was like, I should try to find the matching viewer.
Yeah.
Playing a little game here. Oh my goodness.
I feel like I should be playing like the Jeopardy soundtrack or something. Like we're like waiting
Yeah.
patiently.
Is
waiting.
anyone watching us right now?
It does not show that anybody's on here right
Just recently found out that unboxing videos were a thing. I'm
Yeah.
not so savvy on a lot on certain internet things, and was like, wow, people. I was surprised to find that people like watching that. So
Yeah.
If there's something to do, it becomes a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything becomes a thing at some point.
A show.
oh my goodness.
Well, for those of you just joining us, what is going on is Stephen is fearlessly, yeah, opening
Well,
this
now
package.
I'm getting to like
Which
I'm really
it's-
close, so I have to be extra careful.
We're opening artwork for the next show. What a terrible accent. Don't judge me on that. Phantasmagoria. So.
Viewmasters.
Oh yeah.
It really is just
So here are the, what are they called, reels?
The
What are those?
Viewmaster reels here,
Reels,
and then
yeah.
we have the Viewmaster viewer,
Yes.
so we can see it in 3D.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right.
All right.
And then there's all these other things to open.
Now here's the big,
here, let's-
one of the larger pieces. Going to very carefully pull this forward.
Yeah, so we're gonna install Phantasmagoria over the next few days. And then Available Light Theater will be in here Thursday through Sunday with performances Thursday through Saturday beginning at 8 p.m. I think the showtime is about 70 minutes, and then there's a talk back at the end. That is White Rabbit, Red Rabbit, or Red Rabbit, White. Officially, the artist reception for Phantasmagoria is Friday the
December 14th.
14th, December
From
14th.
7 till 10 o'clock.
Yes, 7 p.m. Get here. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, yes, this is the predecessor to the Viewmaster, which many of us have grew up on. They still sell these. I was looking recently in an ad, and their Viewmasters still alive and well, presenting the world in 3D for children. And
Yeah. We used to watch the coyote fall down the cliff over and over again.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. So this one you said is the predecessor?
yes, so these, unlike the Viewmaster, where you can see, was it 6 or 8 views on a disc, these you look at one at a time. So you take a card, which I think is in this package we have yet to open. Ta-da, something to look forward to. So you'll slide a card in here and adjust.
I like that you're adding the blue tape there for some reason. On the edge of the table.
I don't know why I did that, but this one.
Every table needs to be
Yeah. So what type of viewer? What is the name of this viewer again?
This is a stereoscope,
All right.
and
the artist's name again?
Christopher Schneeberger. Here, I think it says on
That's nice.
Christopher Schneeberger. You can go to Christopher in which Chris is actually in it.
Really?
Because he is
Such
that
a fan?
hardcore of a Rush fan.
That's awesome. We're gonna have to talk, Chris.
And I know Chris also is, he's fun to go to karaoke with. We did that once in Lincoln, Nebraska. And
Yeah.
if he's able to come to the show, we should
Set up karaoke in the gallery.
Maybe do some karaoke in the gallery.
We could project it through the mist.
Oh my god. That is a great idea. I'm into that. Alright.
Did you try any of the truffles yet? No. You should try one if you like.
Yes. Did you try a truffle, Dan?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, go in. Yeah. Follow Rion.
Alright, we are almost there. This clear packing tape is a challenge to get through. So I'm trying to be as gentle as possible. Alright. So, here we are. I'm going to remove this tape. Adjusts back and forth when using stereoscope. Notice this very nice handle here.
Oh, wow.
Looks like it was turned, probably turned on a lathe. And I'm going to very carefully slide this. So when looking at a card,
Yeah.
you can look maybe kind of like Pinocchio if you turn it sideways. Wow, this is lined with some rubber of some kind. I almost wonder if it's surgical tube split down the side, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, or something like that. That's nice, though. What a great idea.
And so notice there's two lenses, one for each eye. So each eye looks through a lens at an image that goes here, and then our brain sort of creates a 3D image so you can see depth in an interesting way. Ooh, notice here there's a little bump out at the end of the viewer, presumably to keep this from sliding off on accident.
Smart.
Yeah.
That your brain would. In the 19th century, they knew that your brain would reconstitute the image from two different images.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, like the late 1800s. These were like super common. The pyramids and all sorts of, both domestic locations within the United States and then internationally, there was a big business creating stereo views, in these early days. So people could kind of pre-internet see large circulation magazines, see the world, essentially through photographs. And imagine being in a time when photographs were still new. I mean, granted, by this point, the stereoscope being out, they are at least photographs have been around for maybe 40 years, but there's people alive that, when these were out, that they were there during the invention of photography. It's kind of a crazy thing to think about.
Oh, yeah.
I believe this is the stand of what our lister said. Thank you. What's that?
I was thinking for trouble.
Trouble.
I want to get a picture of this myself because
Cool.
there was a time that I had this graphic novel idea that was set in the late 1900s.
Our stand? I'm thinking this.
To make it seem like contemporary.
Yeah.
So
Is this?
Maybe?
So, he sent me, this is kind of how it was presented, sort of down like this, but you can come up and look at it.
you just need to get some good light.
Just light
Oh,
on
shit.
it. It's
Shoot. I'm sorry,
not-
guys. Sorry, Facebook.
It's a solid print. It's not like a slide or anything.
Oh, okay.
So as long as there's light illuminating the surface of this, unlike the ViewMaster, which is a transparency, this is a actual paper print.
Okay.
All right. Now it's up to me to carefully cut this package open. Again, a slightly nerve-wracking experience.
There we go. That kind of gets it out of the light. Tiffany's going to be here in just a minute, and I'm going to run over to my place. I'll
Okay.
leave my phone. I don't care. And you can keep talking to it. It's when you're hunched over, you're perfectly in the frame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that.
So,
You can see yourself if you want to come over here. Let me see. It's like right sort of up here.
okay.
If you went over to look though, you wouldn't be able to see yourself.
That's then you can see
Dan,
the
you could
frame of
stand in. Be me real quick, Dan.
Yeah, stand
I
in.
don't think that would fool anybody. Anxious to see the whole thing put together. And then we'll probably have to take off. And so-
Okay, well, I am getting close. So I carefully cut this. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Are you okay? Don't worry, folks on Facebook. Alicia's okay.
I'm alright.
We're all right. Everyone's all right.
Lots to see here. Wait, lots to see actually.
Lots to see here.
Lots to see.
And there'll be even more to see December 14th for the opening reception here at the Vanderelli Room in Franklinton at, what is the address here?
218 McDowell Street.
218 McDowell Street. And show will be up from December 14th until January 5th, 2019. That's a weird thing to say. All right, I'll see you shortly. Yeah, 2019. That seems crazy. Nothing like.
This decade is almost over.
Yes, the decade is almost over.
Wow. Seems like only yesterday the decade started.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it? All right, I'm almost extracted the cards. I've got a tiny bit more tape to cut here. It's very well packed art. On this one, I'm definitely going to have to replace the bubble wrap because it is just not easy to remove. So I will have to make new. All right. Here we are. Dun dun. Unwrapping very carefully. Uh-oh. It's folded over. This might involve a little more cutting. Do you know if there's any scissors around here, Dan? I think I'd like to use those a little more than using a knife right now. All right, we're gonna take a little walk. You can't turn your phone while recording. We're gonna take a little walk through the back room of the Vanderelli Room, trying to see if we can find some scissors so we can safely extract Christopher Schneeberger's art from his package. Sorry, it's getting a little dark for you folks. I am looking through the tool cabinet. You find some? Success. Dan the man. And you just bought a painting today, didn't you?
I did.
You like to show it?
Probably can't see it too well through the plastic
I
bag
can
that
actually
AJ
see.
wrapped
This is
it
an
in.
interesting layer we see.
It's one of David Deniston's pieces that he had the show that is coming down right now. Stephen's putting something up, and he was also my studio mate, and I'm leaving, and I wanted something to remember him by, so I bought one of his paintings.
Awesome. That's great. We're gonna miss you, Dan.
Thanks. I'm gonna miss you guys too. Franklinton's just an awesome, wonderful place.
And you're off to Colorado, yes?
Yep, that's right. Going to Denver.
Well, you'll have to try to set up a show here in Columbus at some point, so it's an excuse to come back and visit us.
Sounds good. Once I actually finish body work.
All right, now I've got scissors. I'm gonna cut away this bubble wrap. Oh, this feels so much easier and safer. All right. Almost there. Almost there. And here are the cards. Awesome. Oh, wow. So there's both a front and a back to these cards. Talks a little bit about the narrative here. This is from a series called A Case of Levitation. Oops. Dan, would you like to take over as camera person? A Case of Levitation, the story of Frances Naylor. Would you like me to read it?
Sure.
Frances Naylor's legs were amputated when she was only 2 years old. But when she was 13, Frances began having powerful dreams that she could walk. One morning, after waking from such a dream, she leapt from bed and found she was able to levitate. Her mother was a devoutly religious woman and forbade Frances from displaying this ability outside of the house. Her father was fascinated, however, and made a number of stereo photographs of his daughter as she floated around their house. Just as mysteriously, Frances lost the ability after a few weeks. In the photographs, her father, Schneeberger, Chicago, Illinois, Chicago 2008. So this is being displayed again 10 years after these cards were produced, although I believe the pictures may have been taken 100 years before that. Or that's what we're to believe.
She does look like she's levitating here.
These are lovely prints. So it's photographs mounted on cards. This one's Frances descending the front stair. These are beautiful prints. Frances sitting southeast bay window. Again, we see Christopher Schneeberger Studio, Chicago, Illinois. Now, I'm gonna try to carefully slide one of these. I'm gonna keep it in the plastic to avoid, damaging anything.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Oh, this is great. So I'm looking at her. Frances is sitting in front of the bay window, and there's this great sense that she's kind of is dimensional, sitting in front of the window. Like, take a look at this, Dan. I didn't even move the distance between the card and the eyepiece. Melissa Starker just sent a text message or an email. What do you think, Dan?
That's really cool. It does look 3D.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
So to do this, I'm not sure the particular camera that Chris used, but it would be either a camera with two lenses or two cameras mounted side by side, so that the distance from the taking lens is slightly offset.
Yeah. Okay.
Traditionally, it was at the same distance as our eyes are. Mm-hmm. Actually, I've got something fun to show you. I was going to use this camera, this old Image Tech 35mm 3D camera from the 80s to document.
Looks like it's from the 80s. Yeah.
To document the install. This would have been used to create a lenticular, which is like a print you would hold in your hand, and you kind of see a sense of movement from one image to the next. The company that you used to send your film to make the lenticulars is long defunct. But I've been seeing some interesting examples of people making GIFs using this. So you scan the film and then create these short video snippets to kind of create this illusion of depth, or GIFs.
Wow. Were you handing that to me?
I don't know, I was just going to show you. But it's operating on the same principle as a you know, a stereo camera would use same principle as a stereo camera, which would have been used to make pictures like this. Its
So
lens is slightly offset.
if I take a picture through that, would it be like a double 3D? Would it be 60?
Maybe. I don't think that camera would work so well at that distance. It's a pretty cheap camera. Yeah, take a snap. Cool. Now you can wind it. It says old school, so it's actually shooting film.
I've forgotten all about this thing here.
That phenomenon of winding the film. So yeah, so this is it. We just unboxed Christopher's work. We're going to sign off momentarily, but thanks to anyone who's signed in and watching with us or watching the video later. Please join us December 14th from 7 to 10 at the Vanderelli Room to see Chris's work and the work of a number of other really talented artists here, including Eric Nass, Heather Wetzel, Trademark Gunderson, and Jonathan Trundle, whose actually work is in this box, but I think I'm getting tired of recording, so maybe I'll post some pictures of this later. Thank you all, and thank you, Dan. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Low power mode and... Ooh.